Hello, fellow cycling fans, and welcome to my preview of Stage 5 of Paris and Stage 4 of Tirreno Adriatico 2025. This will be a bit longer video as we had quite an eventful day at both races. Then we're going to recap stages at both Paris and Tirreno Adriatico. Then we'll talk about profiles, map, potential winners of those stages. Then we're going to check the weather, and as always, in the end, I will pick my winners of the stages. So let's start with stage 5 of Paris. It is 203.3 kilometers long stage from Saint-Just-en-Chevalet to the La Côte Saint-André. Once again, we have a mountaintop finish. This is not as high as today, some 566 meters of elevation, but quite steep climb, 1.7 kilometers at 11.1% with a ramp of around 18%. Before that, we have four short but steep climbs, 1.1 kilometer at 9.2%, then 1.1 kilometers at 8.2%, another 1.1 kilometers at 8.6, and then 1.3 kilometers at 8%. This looks like a Basque country stage. As we can see here, we are racing near Lyon. We never use these climbs in the Tour de France, so probably this is a test to see how it goes before we see those climbs in the Tour as well. So before we move on to the weather and favorites, let's do a quick recap of stage 4 won by Joao Almeida. The conditions were really cold, as I mentioned yesterday in my preview. There was even some snow on the course. The race was neutralized from kilometers 117th to the kilometer 134th. There was some questions whether the stage would even continue. They did continue. Jonas Vingegaard attacked on the climb, had some 10 seconds of separation, but then Joao Almeida pulled the group back to Vingegaard and then out sprinting him to the line, winning the stage. Incredible race by Joao. Jonas Vingegaard second, just 1 second behind him. Schkelmose in third, in front of Lenny Martinez, who also attacked a couple of times on the climb. Lipovic Jorgensen didn't look that great, as well as McNulty, Tejada, Aresma, and Clement Champoussin rounding up the top 10. Astana continuing to rack that UCI points. In the GC, Jonas Vingegaard now takes the yellow jersey in front of Jorgensen. Schkelmose is now third, Lipwitz fourth, and Almeida lurking in fifth, 37 seconds behind. Can he win this stage? That is the question. But Team Visma Lisa Bike still looks to be in control, and I expect him to be better on stage 5. So this is the stage 5 final kilometers. As we can see, that steep ramp in the final kilometer, I think that suits Vingegaard more than Almeida, but once again there will be a nice duel between them throughout this stage. The weather will be nicer than today. Still some shower potential, but 9 degrees throughout the day. I don't expect to see snow tomorrow as well, so hopefully no neutralization. Having said all that, who is my pick? Well, I have to go with Jonas Vingegaard once again at 5. This is a value bet if you are a betting man. Jonas looked good. He was affected with the cold, with that stoppage, the snow on the course. Tomorrow it will be nicer. I expect Vingegaard to come back and win this stage. Of course, Almeida at 7.5 is a great option. However, this is the stage where maybe even the breakaways can succeed, as we have those short punchy climbs. If a good group can go away, it will be hard for the peloton to bring them back. Team Visma don't really have to chase them. UAE probably will with Polit, maybe McNulty, Sivakov. His form doesn't look good here, so it will be a nice stage. I expect Julian Alaphilippe to try and get in the late breakaway, maybe not from the get-go, but in the second part of the stage. Why not? He should try and win this stage. It suits him perfectly. So let's move on to Tirreno Adriatico. This is a pretty straightforward sprinter stage, even though we have this big climb in the middle of the stage going all the way to 1558 meters of elevation, but still some 90 kilometers to go from that crest to Trasaco, so I expect once again a sprinter stage. As we can see on the map, we are racing near L'Aquila, the famous town in the middle of Italy, so it is 190 kilometers going to the south. And these are the final 5 kilometers. There is some climb, some 5 kilometers before the finish, with a maximum gradient of around 12%, but from there on it's mostly straight, even some downhill before the final kilometer, which is slightly uphill, some 1.1, 1.2%. That is nothing. That even suits Jonathan Milan perfectly, I think. What about the weather on tomorrow's stage in Italy? Well, it will be much nicer than today. Today they had rain for 7 hours straight. They just wanted to go home, or rather to their hotels, and get warm. Tomorrow, nice weather, 12, 13 degrees. However, still strong winds, some 7 meters per second, well over 20 kilometers per hour from the southwest. That means that it is crosswind in most of the stage, so that can once again discourage everyone from going to the breakaway. We had such poor and weak breakaways throughout the days here, but with these kind of profiles and with this weather, it is just impossible for a breakaway to succeed. Before we check the bookmakers odds and I pick my winner, let's do a quick recap of stage 3, won by Andrea Vendrame. So it's 3 for 3 for Italy in front of Pitco Gregoire, Plumers, Adria, Velasco, Fiorelli. You can see that Italians are flying here. Aramburu, Battistel and Filippo Ganna only 10th, even though he was in a great position. He and Matthew Van Der Poel had a little, let's say, preview of their Milano-San Remo duel. Ganna attacked on the descent. I don't think that that was the best option for him. He for sure compromised his sprint, but I think that he was sure that he can't beat Matthew Van Der Poel in the sprint, so he attacked on the descent. Matthew Van Der Poel closed him, but essentially killing both of their chances to win the stage. Andrea Vendrame, great positioning, great sprint. He wins the stage for Decathlon AG Duella Mondiale. Big congratulations to them. Obviously, in the GC, Filippo Ganna still leads in front of the big favorite for the overall, Juan Ayuso and Antonio Tiberi, as well as Derek G. So, what about stage 4? Well, Jonathan Milan is by far the best sprinter in this stage. He's my pick to win tomorrow. What is question about him is that he crashed today on the uphill, but he just couldn't catch back to the peloton, and he was some 17 minutes behind. So we don't know if he can recover for tomorrow's stage, but still he is my pick. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel so you never miss a preview of Tirreno Adriatico Paris stage or any other major one-day race. Like this video if you enjoy my comments about races. Have a great day and bye.